If you cannot find the path of truth from your own cognition and do not profoundly understand the word of truth, place your trust in it and follow it, then it will be better for you if you crawl away into the deepest slough of disgrace. If you are not treating the path of the truth of the creative natural laws and recommendations, then let at least those who want to pursue it and are looking for the effective truth find this path unhindered. Do not curse and condemn those who are searching for the truth, for their stride and their presence on the pathway of truth are not for their own glory and not for shining like a beryl, but for the evolution of their consciousness, as is predefined for the human being by the creative laws as the sense of life. Anchored therein is also the entire human behavior in every respect, namely with regard to the fellow human beings, to humanity, nature, fauna and flora, the climate of the world and the planet itself. If you act contrary to this, however, human being of earth, then your own judgment will befall you before you become aware of this, because the era of the coming events is approaching and there is no more time left to gamble with the further cultivation of the overpopulation and with the destruction of the climate, as you have done this up to now as an individual and as the mass of humankind. For far too long, you have gambled with all terrible things and treated everything abominably, but now it's the final straw, for it is said already since time immemorial, the jug goes to the well until it breaks. Humankind and human being as an individual, whether poor or rich, whether small, tall, beggar or workman, human being in any position, it concerns you. My words are addressed to you. Turn around and take the path of the true life, as determined by the creative natural laws and recommendations, for time is getting short, until great disaster will befall the world and you and demand accountability from you for all the destructions that you have caused among humankind and to the whole nature, to the fauna and flora, to the climate, to the atmosphere as well as to the bodies of water and elsewhere around due to the overpopulation. In the scriptures of the millenniums is written, "Less love your next one as yourself, because he is your own brother or your own sister into whom life has been breathed. Greater therefore, human being, put an end to all your hatred, to your greed, to the daily strife, to the murderous wars and acts of terrorism, to all your egotism, self-aggrandizement, to your cravings for revenge, to your jealousy, greed for might and urge for retaliation. Turn your back on your murdering, deceitful attacks, killing and torturing, on prostitution, on hatred of every kind, on greed and avarice, on your dishonesty, unfairness and unrighteousness as well as on your addictions, vices and on anything else degenerate. Love those next to you as yourself, love your fellow human beings, nature, fauna and flora as well as the planet, which is your home and your aegis. Therefore is written, let's pay attention to the signs of the times, which will be in the sky, when the time is near at which cataclysmal events will take place. Greater human being as an individual, he needs signs of the times, learn to understand them and don't misinterpret them. Be conscious of their truth and do not regard them as some strange miracles, because a miracle is only a word as a term, the value of which, however, carries no weight. Regard the signs for what they are, the product of a mightful law, which you have broken by the overpopulation and all the problems resulting from this, and thereby have caused enormous changes and destructions in nature, in fauna and flora as well as of the climate and of the planet itself, and have brought plight, murder, crime, war, terror, misery and ruin upon the world and humankind. The signs in the sky are mainly signs of the consequences of human irrationality, signs which become apparent as devastating storms of all kind, because the climate warming and climate destruction as well as the environmental destruction have developed and continue to form into unimaginable catastrophes. This is all really part of everyday life, but you, human being of Earth, still haven't recognized and haven't understood that you bear the blame for these evil events yourself, guilty, because you continue to drive up overpopulation and are thereby creating always more gigantic insoluble problems, which you cannot master anymore. Therefore turn around, before it is definitely too late, because you can still do something in order to avoid the major catastrophes. But act fast, because otherwise it will be too late, because then, the disastrous consequences of your heinous doings cannot be stopped anymore, and nature, life, the planet and the climate will let the results of human irrationality unleash on humankind, and the planet with a primeval give out greater. Even though the process of the destruction of climate and nature can hardly be stopped anymore, it is still possible to some degree if the overpopulation is decreased by a radical cessation of births, which would reduce all of the problems. If this doesn't happen, then the problems of all kinds will go sky high and cannot be overcome anymore. As a result of this, however, the existence of the entire humankind and of the planet is being put at risk and brought into question. Therefore, it may be that the earthly humankind will eradicate and exterminate itself one day due to its irrationality and due to its unintellect and egoism. And there will not be an imaginatively fabulated God, who will have an ear for your humankind, human being of earth, in order to answer your senseless submissive pleas for forgiveness and prevention of all evil, because since no such God exists, it also can neither listen to anything nor provide any help either. Fundamentally, it is you alone, human being of earth, who is your own ruler and master, for you alone are God and therefore comprehensively bear the responsibility for all your doing and acting, for all your thoughts and feelings as well as for your entire destiny, of which you alone are the architect. Therefore, it is solely within your own discretion, within yourself, within your thoughts and feelings as well as within your rationality, your intellect and responsibility to eventually bring about true love, freedom, harmony and true peace within yourself and among the entire earthly humankind. Consider, human being of earth, you alone are urged to enable to accomplish this and to create a paradise on earth, where the high values of love, of freedom and harmony and of peace are being honored, appreciated and held in high esteem, because there is neither a God creator nor any other God, Holy One, angel or tin God, who could do this for you. You alone are the ruler and master of your life and of all the things that you ever think up and cause by your feelings, deeds and actions. Consequently, you and you alone bear full responsibility for anything and everything. Billy, May 21, 2009, 18.38 H. Semyasa Silver Star Center, Hinterschmidt.